Thank you so much. My good friends from Kingwood and Humble here. Where it all started, friends. So thanks so much for coming. Yeah, so, if you don't get the numbers right, you can't get anything right. You remember when we made those cuts to education a couple of years ago? $5.4 billion. That was on the basis of a bad forecast. The Comptroller just didn't do her job. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe it was intentional. But if you get the numbers right, then you'll start to see a change. I'll show you in a minute. But first, let's start with an accounting lesson. They said, first they took $5 billion out, right? They took $5 billion out, then we called them out on it. They knew they'd done wrong, so they put 3 back, right? And then actually they're not spending that 3. Now here's a little accounting lesson. Think about the kid who reaches in somebody's pocket and pulls out a $5 bill. And decides they've done wrong and calls him up and said, well, I promised to give you 3 back. And then when he's finished, he gives you $1 and says, I've restored it. Has he restored it? No. And that's what you're hearing. So what now? When Texans find out just how much money we have, and we have a lot of money. Money is pouring into the Treasury. You're not hearing this from the Comptroller because they'd rather not we know. But when Texans find out how much money we have, and they're going to find out when I get in there, then Texans are going to demand great schools, and we can afford it. And that's what we've got to do. Thank you very much. The other side has stated that they want to reduce spending in education. They have stated that. My opponent has said that he is proud of those cuts. When you think about what really is at stake in terms of this election matters. We've got to work very hard to prevent that. Our children are our future, right? The other thing you've got to watch out for is they want to triple our sales tax. Have you been following this? The other side wants to get rid of property tax. You got to replace it with something. They're going to replace it by tripling your sales tax. So those are 2 very bad answers. This election really matters. I pledge to you that I'm going to keep working as hard as I can. We all have to work really, really hard to achieve this. And we will win. I'd like to say one last thing when I close. I want to just compare and contrast these 2 tickets. I'm so proud to be on this ticket. I've never done anything in politics. I just worked up a bit mad over these education cuts and said, I'm going to run. And here I am on this ticket, and I'm so proud and honored to be on this ticket. Now, you compare the 2 tickets. Start with that Republican ticket for a second, if you have to. Do you see any diversity on that ticket? No. Do you see any women on that ticket? No. You see them bringing us anything we want? Cuts in education, triple your sales tax? No. Now look at our ticket. Do you see diversity on that ticket? Yes. Do you see men and women on that ticket? Yes. And our ticket comes complete with its own CPA, and that's me. Thank you very much.